story continues with Vegito in his newfound Ultra Demon form.
A true Super Saiyan God emotion.
Shuddered in
It's
fear
crazy.
as he steps back slowly in the presence of the third of the 5 strongest, only able to mutter out, This guy is a Saiyan? No! How could he be this strong? What do you mean, Vegito? You should know better than anyone else. We Saiyans have no limits.
Yep.
As immediately,
No limits,
to the surprise
man,
of the
that's
God
crazy.
Killer, Yamoshi would confidently then begin walking straight towards Vegito. As the unprepared God Killer would yell,
Saiyans have no limits, but it just takes
Stay
a
back.
long time.
Stay back, I'm warning you, God! While Yamoshi would just respond, Is that fear I sense? Maybe you aren't the Saiyan I thought you were after all. You don't deserve to even stand before a true Super Saiyan God. You call that a Super Saiyan God? Leaving Vegito utterly bemused, as he can barely believe what Yamoshi is saying, thinking internally, No, this form, this is nothing like what we achieved against Beerus. What is he now? It looks like a cross between our Super Saiyan God forms and a Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, literally.
His energy,
Like a
it
Super
feels
Saiyan 3,
completely
but like
different than
red.
before.
Like, pretty much.
Do not even begin to compare this with your own God forms, child. But suddenly, as if now possessing a divine ability to read the mind of Vegito, Yamoshi would begin responding to Vegito's thoughts. Young Vegito, all Super Saiyan forms you know are just the descendants of this one true form you see before you.
Descendants
I am Yamoshi,
of that form.
not only third of the 5 strongest, but the first Saiyan in history to have ascended. The father of all Super Saiyans, if you will. And I existed long before a runt like you. Whatever you know, what you so call a Super Saiyan God couldn't be any further from the truth. It is nothing but a mere imperfect state of what I achieved more than 1,000 years ago. The day I achieved true godhood. Nonsense! But now suddenly completely triggered
yeah.
from the
Yeah,
patronizing
Vegito,
talk and
you going
reveal
crazy,
of Yamoshi, Vegito's fear reverts back to anger once more, as he yells back, Stop with your lies, God! I know never to trust the words of your kind. And I know better too! I already asked the Eternal Dragon about the Super Saiyan God, and exactly how to become one. 6 righteous Saiyans come together and pass their energy onto one that will then become a Super Saiyan
Battle of Gods,
God.
bro.
Before your kind erased them, my family helped me achieve it.
Okay.
Red hair and all. I
Yep,
can do
red
the
hair.
same as you, Yamoshi. But
Red
it's
hair,
nowhere
but he
near
keeps
as
his
powerful
eyebrows,
as whatever
pretty
you're
much.
claiming. Who are you even kidding? If you're saying that made you a god, then are you calling me one too? Don't make me laugh. But immediately the cold look of Yamoshi is finally broken, as a smile appears.
I mean, well, what if he
and
just said?
explains,
What if he just said, "Hey, I mean, you call
No.
a Super Saiyan God, so
You are no god,
technically, I mean, you
Vegito,
are calling yourself
and
one."
never
Oh,
could
man.
be. If you were, you'd need to eliminate yourself, wouldn't you, God Killer? No. Fortunately for you, you listened to the misplaced advice of a Namekian dragon that's most
Okay.
likely existed for less time than even you, let alone
Really?
I.
I mean, especially
Who really
Yamoshi,
thought
but
that Namekian
I'm sure that
made
Namekian
would know
creature
the
would be
ins and
there
outs
before
of our
Goku or
Saiyan
Vegeta.
race's true power. How incredibly naive of you. The true path to this form is gained just like every form before it, by yourself, and by one's actions alone. The fact you needed the help of others is just all you needed to know about what that fake copy of yours is worth. I'm sure if you just trained, you would have also got that incomplete god form without any of this ritual nonsense.
Hey man, he's spitting facts, man. He is spitting.
And suddenly, this last line in
Because
particular from
Vegeta did
Yamoshi
do that. I
brings
mean,
a
he
wave
did
of
that.
shock
And he had to
over
train with
Vegeta,
gods, but I
as he
mean,
soon realizes
he did
something,
end up getting
thinking, wait a minute, I could have achieved it on my own. Vegeta, of course, he didn't need the ritual to become a Super Saiyan God. Does that mean Shenron was wrong? And Yamoshi's telling the truth? But why would Shenron mention needing 6 righteous Saiyans? It doesn't make sense. But yet again, now almost confirming Yamoshi has some way of reading the thoughts of Vegito, he would
Okay.
briefly close his eyes.
he has
and
mind
say,
reading unlocked.
To be honest, I have no idea how that dragon you speak of would know a detail like that. But he wasn't wrong about the need for 6 righteous Saiyans. For 6 different Saiyans are needed to become a true god. But not in the way you described. Instead, they are needed to die!
Oh wait, what?
As suddenly with his
Oh,
eyes
no.
open
Oh,
once
nah.
more
Oh,
and
nah,
head
bro.
tilted back sinisterly, Yamoshi would reveal
They
the
need to
truth
die.
about the
Oh,
first
okay.
Super Saiyan God and how he came to be. And it seems
Yeah, these guys,
Yamoshi
man, they're just-
is nothing
just
like
crazy,
what we
dude.
had all first thought. As soon in a flashback, Yamoshi would
Oh, was
continue.
that his hand through his chest?
My young Vegito. In order to become a true Super Saiyan God, 6 righteous Saiyans that one knows of and are fond of must be gathered. Gathered and murdered in cold blood.
Oh, whoa.
I did this more than 1,000 years ago to my brother, my best friend, my father, my cousins, and even my partner. The pure sadness, the pure anger at myself, the disgust, created an explosion of emotion within me unlike any other. And I knew from early on, just as you do, our
Whoa.
power as Saiyans is linked directly to our
So he
emotions.
just killed.
And
But like,
that
how
is
did he
why
figure this
I
out? Like,
did
did he
what
just
I
like
did
randomly
to
do it?
Ascend. And Ascend is
Or,
exactly what
like,
I
how did he
did.
figure this stuff out? Did someone
I
tell
became
him
the
that
most
and then he ended up
powerful
doing
Saiyan
it?
in history.
Or
And
one
of
day he
course,
just like snapped
the
and like
Grand
killed
Priest
his
had
loved
to
ones for no
acknowledge.
reason, right? Like,
My power grew so great in the end,
Crazy.
the first planet of our Saiyans, Planet Sadala, blew up from just my uncontrollable energy. It's the reason you 2 Saiyans were even born on Vegeta, as it seemed at least a good handful managed to escape. But little did that matter to me, as finally, true godhood had been achieved by myself. You didn't!
oh nah,
Leaving the
Vegito.
God Killer now momentarily
Vegito's getting
paralyzed in
PTSD
shock
flashbacks,
with his
bro.
truth finally being revealed, as he mutters, "Your own family and friends? For what? For power? To become a god?"
Oh shoot.
Instantly then pushing Vegeta to power up voraciously as he yells out, "Typical! I was starting to like you, Yamoshi, but Saiyan or not, you have gone to the dark side by becoming a god. You are no different to them, and you will share a fate no different either." But as the wind from Vegito's power-up blows wildly onto the face of Yamoshi, he would appear unbothered, his arms folded, while he would instead inquire, "Really, Vegito? Really, God Killer? You believe I'm any different to you? That's rich. For you know as well as I do, and every true Saiyan before you, that power is everything in this world. You kill and slaughter gods as and when you please. Sure, you say it is for revenge, for avenging your family and fellow Earthlings. But inside, you know you do it for power. Each and every time you take their energy, you steal it and enjoy it as they perish, laughing as they disappear forever. You are no different to me, Vegito. We may be 1,000 years apart, but the DNA of a Saiyan never changes." And for a moment, the two would then stare at each other in near silence, as Vegito contemplates what Yamoshi had just said.
Goku would say
Well,
otherwise,
the two of them
and the Universe
really
6
the
Saiyans would say
same?
otherwise as well. But
Yamoshi, I am nothing like you gods, because I will never die!
okay. Straight into it.
Yamoshi,
To be honest, I was kind of expecting like a crazy comeback, but I'll take that. Now. Let's get straight into the action, man. Let's go.
Yeah! But the first powerful punch of the God Killer falls on deaf ears, as it appears as barely moving Yamoshi, neutralized with what seems like a single finger until...
Oh nah. He blocked them Jiren style, bro. One finger? Damn.
It too just as easily stopped now by Yamoshi's elbow, still not budging him an inch, as if he were a stone.
This is gonna be Jiren flashbacks, bro.
And seemingly either not noticing or just too proud to accept it, Vegito continues his assault, while an emotionless Yamoshi blocks and parries everything with a single arm. Stop running, coward! And the still losing all his cool Vegito would just continue to chase after Yamoshi, as the third begins swiftly moving back as if baiting the fighter.
Okay.
Talk about being a true Saiyan, yet this is how you fight? Don't make me laugh. Challenge my fist of your own, Yamoshi!
You sure you want that, bro? Are you sure you want that, dude?
And getting more and more triggered as time goes on, cocking back his fist to try yet again. But with ease, and with his facial expression still not changing at all, Yamoshi would simply dodge and weave, his eyes never leaving Vegito. And even when Vegito
this is not good,
kicks,
guys. This is not
Yamoshi
good, bro.
once again shows the huge difference in their abilities, opting to
He's
stop
blocking him with
cold
one
with just
finger,
one
dude.
finger
Come on, bro.
Once more.
Come on, bro.
Stop playing around with me!
God damn.
Sending Vegito
this
now
is not a
into
warm-up,
berserker
bro.
mode
Like,
as he launches a
this is
mass
not a warm-up,
barrage of
bro.
punches.
Okay.
At such speed, it begins to almost seem like he has multiple limbs. But regardless of how much faster or stronger Vegito would get, with a cold look, Yamoshi would not budge from using just a single finger, commenting instead, "This is getting boring, Vegeta.
Oh, damn.
I
Oh,
was
no.
told that you were to be the strongest Saiyan since my existence in the mortal realm long ago.
Okay.
Right now, you're putting up even less of a fight than the lower demons of the demon realm." Annoying the God Killer even further, as the mixture of his lack of effectiveness on Yamoshi and the third's words begin to crack below Vegeta's
See, but that
skin.
kind of does prove
As he
that
responds
mortals could
angrily,
ascend to godhood, though. Like, he just said himself, like, he wasn't
That's
immortal.
funny, because I was thinking just the same thing. Maybe it's time I take this up a notch and see if you still have that smug look on your face.
Okay.
And just like that, squeezing what seems like every last bit of energy from within his final Ultra Demon form.
Final
Vegito
Ultra Demon
of
form.
intensity.
Okay.
His mouth wider than ever as his aura expands and his black lightning resembles more shards of thunder.
Okay.
Before finally,
he's going full
with
power
his
now.
final gamble on powering up complete, he stares with a grimace at Yomoshi and claims, "Now you've done it, Yomoshi. I didn't have to use any of this for Madara, but for you, I've saved the best for last."
Okay.
Before with Yomoshi,
Alright, show us. Show us, GOAT. Go ahead and show us.
Come on then. Stop with the running. If you're the so-called true Super Saiyan God, show me what that power is like. But Yomoshi would just remain silent. Triggering Vegito to get into fight.
Does he really want to see what that power looks like, bro? I mean, I want to see it,
think
so.
that would work on you? Fine. I'll lead the dance once again.
Oh, you trying to bait him, man? Okay.
Instantly then appearing right behind Yomoshi, ready to attack from his blind spot, as Yomoshi just sighs. You are such a disappointment.
Oh, damn.
But Yomoshi this
Yeah,
time does not even bother
no.
to block or deflect, and instead vanishes much to the dismay of Vegito. Where is he going to attack me from? Leaving the God Killer now panicked, wondering if Yomoshi will begin his offense. But instead, some distance away, Yomoshi would begin reappearing. Before, now stood once again,
yeah, he didn't
totally
attack him.
uninterested, Yomoshi would let out.
Oh, damn.
Don't worry.
Bro, look at Yomoshi's face right here, bro. It
I
looks kind of
won't be
funny.
putting you down until you realize just how weak you really are. Show me everything you have, just so I can show you how worthless it all is.
Oh, damn.
I'll show you worthless. Say hello to a move that wasn't around when you were born, old man. As Vegito then slowly begins moving both his hands towards his head until Solar Flare!
Oh, he did the solar flare? Okay, I wasn't sure what he was doing. I thought he was gonna rip out the demon horns, go dual wield, bro. That's Sword Art Online dual wield Kirito or something, bro. I didn't know what
everything
to
in its
expect.
shining light, making Vegito almost disappear, as before it, taking its full brunt, stands Yomoshi, the third of the 5 strongest.
Okay.
And standing there with his eyes unblinking, as the light reaches him, the third, living up to his name, remains unfazed. And once hit with full brightness, his eyelids would only by the smallest of fractions tighten, as if the god had been used to staring into the center of suns. Now try and dodge me! But Vegito, who had not noticed her all within the light, just confidently then speeds to his supposed victim. What's wrong, Yomoshi? Walk into the light, my friend!
Yeah, walk into the light.
As he reaches closer and
Walk into the
closer
light.
until...
That's funny.
But of course, once his attack moves close enough, in an instant,
Yeah, even solar
Yomoshi
flare didn't
moves to
work.
the
He probably had to do
side
solar
without
flare
trouble
times
yet
1,000 or
again.
something to make a difference. I don't know.
No! You should be blind! Sidelining
whoa.
Vegito, who finally realizes not even the signature technique of Tien could do anything to bother Yomoshi. Immediately causing the God Killer to then jump back.
I don't know. Maybe he was staring inside the suns, bro. Just like Arj said,
A
bro. Like, I
vindictive,
don't know.
unsatisfied
That's crazy.
anger now on his face as he clenches his fist with full force before letting out, I've had enough of this. I contain within me the power of all gods before you. All angels, 2 members of the 5, and the 2 strongest Saiyans in history. I will not let this end like this. I will wipe that smugness right off your face. Immediately lifting his arm up into the sky in a familiar fashion before.
Who's that? Strike that disc? Yep, I know it, bro. I knew that was gonna be the strike that disc. I think that's like the only ability that, like, you know, you put your hand up for.
Is the signature Destructo Disc of Krillin, as Vegito then tosses the deadly blade with full power. Its power amplified with Vegito's own energy to the point there surely couldn't be a material in the entire multiverse that could withstand its edge.
Okay.
But curiously, even as the Destructo Disc approaches Yamoshi with speed, his body doesn't begin to move. And the standstill is still seen even when the blade reaches within complete touching distance. Could Yamoshi just be so fast that he could dodge at the very last second? Pathetic.
Boy, what just happened?
The ultra-sharp Destructo Disc strikes head-on the exposed neck of Yamoshi and bursts instantly into nothing.
Oh, shoot.
With Yamoshi just left staring disappointingly into the eyes of the completely shell-shocked Vegito. How? And with the God Killer having just tried everything in his arsenal and even witnessed
he just sat there and it just
would not make sense anymore.
Explode, just disintegrated on impact.
Muttering,
that's crazy, dude.
No! What's happening here? Am I in another dream? No, Vegito. This is just what it's supposed to feel like when challenging a god mortal. As suddenly from behind Vegito, Yamoshi's voice is inexplicably
That's
heard.
crazy, bro.
How did you? But as Vegito rushes to turn around in time, with a straight chop right across Vegito's neck that calls back to what the Grand Priest did to Vegito at the very beginning of the series, Yamoshi strikes the God Killer clean, widening Vegito's eyes on impact and causing blood to splatter out of his mouth on impact also.
Damn.
Sending the God Killer flying with insane speed, his eyes closed as he can hardly even react to the full force of the attack, let alone how far it is sending him.
One karate chop did that, bro. Are you kidding me?
Crashing through multiple mountains, cutting through them like butter.
True Super Saiyan guy.
With a now completely damaged appearance,
one attack
did
himself, that, bro.
Still shaking from the aftermath of the pain, as he comments, "His speed, where did that come from? I couldn't even see it coming with Ultra Instinct activated. It felt like the priest." And as Vegito slowly begins descending to the ground and recovers,
can't help
he
you
reflects
now,
in caution. That was just one attack, and it felt like it would take my head off. This guy, this god, isn't to be played with. I can't let him land another attack on me or I'm done for. I'm going to have to pick the right moment and use that. And gradually, Vegito would move across the battlefield in silence, moving towards where he assumes Yamoshi would be now. This is taking far too long. That is until yet again, completely unannounced, the third appears behind Vegito and... now slamming his leg right into the back of Vegito, sending him flying this time straight into the sky.
I mean, I definitely do like the Super Saiyan, the true Super Saiyan God look. I mean, I like it.
And as
just imagine if it was animated too.
Uncontrollably, this time in even more pain than before, he can only briefly mutter, "No, I can't take any more of those." But as the God Killer worries about not getting hit again, Yamoshi has already extended his hand up to the sky, ready to launch his next and presumably final attack. As when we zoom in on his face, he just coldly says, "Don't worry, God Killer. I'll put you out of your misery now."
Okay, bro.
Die, weakling! Suddenly then blasting from the same finger he used to block all of Vegito's attacks earlier, a precise and sharp blast of energy.
That is messed up.
What? No! No! As in a flash, Vegito notices the blast behind him in horror, but before he can do a thing, he's already lost in the light. The mass ball of energy at the end, slamming into him, burning his flesh as it does so until, in a humongous explosion, thunder in all directions, Vegito
that was just one finger, bro. One finger did that.
And as the light of the explosion spreads, the entire sky is turned white as nothing can be seen, including Vegito. Goodbye, weak Saiyan. And Yamoshi, not needing to turn away or blink at all, just stares as the God Killer.
How many attacks was that? Was that 4 attacks? Or was that 3?
And in the air, though thoroughly beaten for sure, now in his base form falling to the ground, surprisingly, Vegito is still in one piece. And even Yamoshi notices, thinking, odd. That blast would have eradicated any trace of any Saiyan I know. Maybe he wasn't too bad after all. Before, as he stares closer, while Vegito's body picks up pace in base, falling to the ground, he continues, but in all honesty, it's hard to even consider him a Saiyan anymore. Those horns, that pink goo he can create from himself.
Yeah, that is true.
At this moment in time, his body is more demon than mortal. So of course he would survive. And as we look over the peaceful scene of the landscape, a sound is heard.
What is he gonna do now, bro? He's in base form now.
With a crash, something smashes onto the ground with a blast and a blink and you'll miss its speed. And of
I mean, I did blink.
That
hopefully I didn't
something
miss
is
it.
soon revealed to be the heavily damaged base form Vegito, now laid out with his arms spread, sitting.
Man, he needs that angel staff to fully heal him up, bro. Like.
But inexplicably, the tenacity of the God Killer shows itself, as through true sheer willpower alone, Vegito begins crawling back up to his feet, on his knees first, before he stands with his head bowed, just grunting, "Damn it! Damn it!" Before now looking up bloodied and worse for wear,
yeah, he looks
the last of his energy.
Like,
damn it, he's too strong! Every hit, every single attack feels life ending. And he did that before I could even try my idea out. I can't beat him like this now. I need to heal. But as Vegito finally gets to his feet,
yeah, he needs to heal, bro.
Oh
my gosh, dude.
And if his arms folded and a poker face, he would concede. Impressive, Vegito. I didn't think you'd even still be here, let alone able to stand again so quickly. But you showed your youth and naivety. battling me and showing me all your cards, not even considering for a second that I too could transform. And now look at you, back in base and looking for a way to heal yourself, if I heard correctly.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Pathetic. What will you even do? Summon Whis' staff and use its angelic healing powers?
Okay.
Because you're out of your mind if you think I will allow you to do such a thing. The minute it even appears, I will snap it in half.
Oh damn. The minute it appears, he's just gonna snap it in half, bro.
Would just look
Break
to his
like
feet in disappointment at the suggestion,
crazy.
as he replies, "You must really think I'm some kind of idiot, don't you, Yamoshi? No, I wasn't planning on doing that at all. I don't even have the knowledge to do such things with Whis' staff. If I did, I'd be reversing time as much as I could too. All I can do with it is travel to find these damn gods. No, that's not my plan at all. But this is..." As suddenly Vegito's eyes burst back wide open and his stance raises back to one with seemingly some energy and enthusiasm.
Okay.
Come here! As out of nowhere, Vegito, even though he's just in base form, rushes straight for Yamoshi. Huh? You've got to be kidding me. Leaving the folded arms Yamoshi to even question the logic as he says, "What are you doing, fool? You're really going to try and attack me in that state? Have you got a death wish or something?"
Have you got a death wish?
Regardless,
Do you have a
Vegito
death wish?
continues,
Man, that's funny.
now in the air flying right towards the third. And in response, Yamoshi unclasps his arms and gets into a fighting position as he says ominously, "I appreciate the courage, but this is just insulting at this point. I am now ready to put you into the dirt forever, my friend."
Okay.
What? But shockingly, out of nowhere, just as Vegito approaches Yamoshi, a time portal opens right in between the pair.
Okay, that was smart, that was smart.
And just like that, the God Killer enters at speed, right before a totally awestruck Yamoshi.
That makes
who,
sense.
even as the portal closes behind, can only stare in true shock and bewilderment. Before finally, his facial expression changes and twitches as he yells, That coward, where have you run to, Vegito?" As now shattering his former cool and collected self, in an intense and horrifying rage, Yamoshi would now scream to the realms above themselves as his near limitless power fluxes and shakes the very planet he is on.
I'm surprised the planet didn't get destroyed
But
from that.
regardless, the scene would then switch location and timeline, where those screams would not be heard. As suddenly, we see Son Goku, a little damaged in his mastered Ultra Instinct form, saying, "Listen, I'll spare you if you agree to go back." Huh? And reacting in shock
Moro, bro?
is even more shockingly for
This
us.
is that M.E.Y.
revealed to be
Moro
a fun
scene?
for Moro, letting us know we are definitely now in a new timeline from the current manga. As Moro continues with an eager face, "Yes, of course, I swear it."
This is a lie,
And with that
of course.
simple reply, Goku would then suddenly bring out a small bag of senzu beans, looking at it
Here
and
we go
wondering,
again, this stupid stuff again, bro.
I hope I'm not making a mistake here. Before then lifting his head and
Yeah,
turning
listen,
to Moro
Vegito's
and
gonna
saying,
snag that sensu
"Here,
bean, bro.
take one of these senzus. It will restore your stamina." Before pulling
Why would
out
you
a
need to
senzu
give
and
him a
continuing,
senzu to go back to the
"Eat
prison?
it, and
I
then
don't- I
Jacko
don't
will
get it.
escort you back to prison. That's the deal. So Goku would then get ready to hand over the bean until... Gimme that! Suddenly, just as Goku would bring the Senzu Bean to Moro.
Give me that Senzu Bean.
Timeline,
we don't need to give it to Moro, you clown, you fool.
His right
Goku, you damn clown. Give me that Senzu Bean.
To catch his prize. Gotcha. Huh? What? Immediately shocking both MUI Goku and Moro as he grabs the beam. Eventually landing on the ground with Senzu Bean in hand as both Moro and Goku stand stunned into silence, just watching on and wondering what on earth is happening right now. But not before Vegito would suddenly turn to Goku and angrily scold him. Kakarot, you damn fool! Did you not learn from Cell that mercy is not meant for these types? You're too soft.
This is the Vegeta side
your downfall. Before instantly then turning his head to Moro now and continuing. And your weak lies may have worked on Kakarot, but they will not slide with me.
You can just hear the Vegeta side. It's crazy.
Wait, what? Before Vegito would then place his palm right in front of Moro's face and... with a powerful blast of pure energy and
I thought he was gonna say Hakai. He didn't even do that.
Vegito would completely eviscerate the body of Moro. Whoa! Leaving Goku nothing short of shocked at the power and destruction just witnessed.
I thought he was gonna Hakai him, but
just lays the aftermath of his blast, having torn up the ground in front. But as Goku begins to calm down and recognize the God Killer with his back turned, Goku would begin whispering, "Wait a minute, aren't you Vegito?" But before an answer can even be replied, Vegito just jumps into a time portal in front, as Goku yells after him, "Hey, wait!" Eventually though, being left all alone, as Goku just wonders, What just happened? But in the present timeline,
so he was able to get the Senzu Bean.
Angry. And as he stands all alone with his back
he took a huge beating. And he didn't recover from the other fights too, so this Senzu Bean is gonna go crazy.
He thinks he can run forever. He's sadly mistaken. I will find him again, and when I do... You do what? Huh? But suddenly, in response, from behind Yamoshi, a voice calls. And once Yamoshi turns around, in the air now appears a lone but familiar figure.
The GOAT is
sorry for the wait. And floating in the sky now, back at
he got a huge Zenkai
back in
boost
his
from that,
Ultra Demon form once more, complete with 2 horns, Vegito is back, and looking down at Yamoshi with an air of confidence, as a smiling Yamoshi would comment back, "Huh, so you finally show yourself again. Looks like you found a way to heal yourself too. How onerous. Well, not like it will make any difference."
Man, let's see Yamoshi. Let's see if we can back those words up.
Before Vegito would then suddenly disappear before Yamoshi. Only for the God Killer to just simply reappear in front of the third calmly, as with a smile, Vegito would say, "Sorry about that, but you kind of messed up my plans for this battle with that last attack of yours. I needed a little rerun. But what do you say? Shall we try this again? I just got myself a much needed Zenkai boost.
Yeah,
so this
that is true.
should be a different story now." But Yamoshi would only laugh back, responding, "Really? Zenkai boosts? That is what you want to rely on to beat me? My. You really must be thick to think that will close the gulf of a gap that is between us.
It definitely by itself it
I've known
wouldn't.
Uzaru apes with more sense than you, Vegito." about that? As instantly, without warning, and with no more time to waste, Vegeta would rush in at Yamoshi. While Yamoshi, with a sly smirk, but now closing his eyes, would sigh. Fine, we shall play this game once more. Though, this is such a waste of time. Confusing Yamoshi momentarily, as once more Vegeta would vanish, as Yamoshi would think, what now? Is he really just going to pop behind me again?
Whoa! Whoa!
But shockingly, out of nowhere, in speed undetectable by mortal eyes, Vegito would appear, now striking Yamoshi hard in the gut with a strange red aura.
Kaioken, man.
Turns blood red, and with a yell, when we see his face, he screams, Kaioken times 1000!
Oh, damn. Whoa! Kaioken times 1,000. Oh my god, bro.
Is completely winded with blood.
Yeah, I think that will get you close.
Only then
Kaioken times 1,000.
Kaio, what is this?
Damn, yeah, you can just see the veins, all the craziness, bro.
Would finally just say, This is my equalizer, Yamoshi. The power of a true Saiyan mortal!
Yeah.
This blow in his solar plexus sending Yamoshi flying back with unbelievable speed, while a shocked expression remains on his face.
Whoa!
And with a massive explosion, Yamoshi's body hits directly onto an entire
Kaioken
range
times
of mountains.
1,000, dude. What?
And Vegito at first remains recovering from his attack, as if just entering Kaioken times 1000 pushed his body to his absolute limit. But that is until Kaioken times
what is he
1020!
Oh my god.
Forcefully pushes his body.
He is going crazy, bro. Kaioken times 1,020?
Internally begin to rip, and even the veins on his face begin on the edge of bursting open. His power now shooting right through the roof, as not even his body can be seen in the dark red aura surrounding him, which is beginning now to mix with his seeping blood. But even
maybe this will work if you're immortal, but I don't think the blue powers is gonna, it won't give him like a billion. Kaioken times a billion.
Probably the stupidest thing I could do to myself. I haven't even got long in this state, but if I'm going out, I'm taking you with me!
That is just so crazy, guys. That's insane. Kaioken times basically 1,020 in this video, guys. Yamoshi is cool, bro. Listen, I have no problem with Yamoshi, bro. This is gonna be a great fight. So I'll see you guys in the next video, of course. I'll see you then.